lovelies, it's Sarcasm the Sickness, and today I'm bringing you another speed drawing. This one was actually a commission, which is for a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, Broken Wolf, and she commissioned me actually to draw her, well, basically to create, a Pokemon persona for her, and her Pokemon is a Poochyena. I made it look a little bit wolfish, more so. I mean, obviously because her name, her YouTube internet general handle is Broken Wolf, so obviously it would be a little bit more wolfish. Myself, myself, and Haruval or Valchan or Val, who's an Eevee. So that's fun. It was actually very interesting to have a commission where I'm literally being slightly paid to obviously not entirely, but I am partially being paid to draw myself, so that was cool. That was very interesting. It was definitely a very fun commission, and for whatever reason it just took me so long to do, only because for whatever reason I couldn't get the poses right, and if I don't have my base sketch right, then everything goes downhill from there. There's no way to fix it if it starts out awful or starts out in a way that I don't like. So it took me so long to get this out, and I'm so sorry, Becca, but she understands and she was happy with the results, so that's all that really matters in the end, I guess. But I guess today I want to talk about, what did I want to talk about? I kind of wanted to talk about money, I guess. Not so much like, oh, you should totally pay me to draw you things, which you totally should. But sorry, I totally bopped my mic there, but yeah. And not so much to beg for somebody to donate or to help me out or anything like that. I just want to have a general discussion about money. Just cause I'm finding that it's a very weird thing. It's a very weird thing, money. You always see people on Twitter and stuff, or at least in the Pokemon community, flexing how much money they get and everything, and being excited because they got their first YouTube check or their first Twitch check, and money is one of those weird things where it can be such a huge motivator. Some people really do YouTube for money, and you know what? That's not really a problem as long as they produce good content and get it fairly. Then I mean, it's just the same as me working at McDonald's, which I wouldn't want to do, obviously, but I'm doing it because I want money, and so doing YouTube for money, I never saw that as a taboo thing, The other part, it's it can also be a demotivator. I've seen channels that who are partnered but absolutely refuse to keep the money, and they donate everything. They donate absolutely everything, and it's so weird. It's one of those things, some of these channels say I literally don't want to be partnered or don't want to keep the money because it will make this a job for me and I won't love it as much. And that is so interesting, money in general is such a weird thing because it's different for everybody. Like I said, it can be a motivator, it can be a demotivator. It can make you very, very happy to have a lot of it. It can make you very, very sad to have a lot of it. Sometimes having a lot of money can be a very lonely existence, because every time anybody talks to you, it's always hey, so can I borrow a few? And it's or just, you shelter yourself because you're afraid of people, asking you for money or whatever. But then, then there's those people in between who don't have a lot, but aren't totally broke. And, we're always, I say we because I'm definitely one of these people, we're stuck in this limbo state of more money would be great, but we're happy with what we have, We're happy with the few blessings that we have been granted. And it's an interesting place to be. It's a very interesting place to be. Because if I had more money, I could help Pedro out more. I could help his family out more. I could help my family out more. I would love to, in fact, that's one of my goals by the end of this road trip, is to be able to send my parents a check. Be able to send my parents, a little PayPal thing saying, please use this to, fix something broken in the house, or please use this on you know, my sister's college, or please set this aside for my youngest sister for her potential college, you know? Like, that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to, you know, be making enough money, maybe with YouTube, maybe not, at least with my art, to be able to help out, you know, those who are close to me and those I care about. But I'm not angry with where I'm at. I'm not upset with the amount of commissions I'm getting. In fact, I'm really trying to keep my head above water with these. Like, there are people that want to commission me, and I've told them I simply don't have the time right now. And I do need to figure out, like, a good schedule for me to actually get these things done. But, you know, anyway, I'm getting off track. What I'm saying is, you know, like, I'm in that weird middle of ground position where it's like, I do wish that I had a little bit more cash, but I'm not gonna complain about it, really. Like, you know, it's that point where if I work hard, and if I work on these commissions and get these things done, you know, quickly and efficiently, obviously. Like, I don't want to just rush things and put out bad work, because, for one, I mean, it's bad for both people. It's bad for the person who spent money on it, obviously, because they want the best work for basically as little money as possible. But, you know, that's a totally different conversation. But you know, like, it's bad for somebody to spend money on something and get, like, you know, subpar work, obviously. But then it's bad for me as far as business goes to put out bad work and be okay with that, because then other people are going to see that. You know, other people see that, and it's like, well, why would you ever commission her? Because, you know, she only works hard on her own stuff and she makes everything else really crappy. You know, like, I wouldn't want that. Nobody would want that. Nobody would want that for themselves. Blech. If anything, I tend to work harder on other people's stuff. But, you know, obviously, like, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm sorry, I keep getting off track in this video. Ugh. But what I'm saying is, I am in the position where if I work hard enough and I figure out a better schedule to get these commissions done and, you know, and get more, you know, like, I can have more income in, you know, in a shorter amount of time, which is wonderful. It's very wonderful that I do have that opportunity. Like, that's what my business is. That's what being a freelance artist is, really. But at the same time, money isn't always the best motivator for me. I find that a lot. It's like, you know, I still want to do commissions, and I love doing commissions, I really do. And don't get me wrong, I love being paid. But, there are times where it's just like, well, you know, it's just money. Like, it's not like it's per se demotivating me, but it's not always like the strongest motivator. Sometimes I sit down and it's like, I know I have to do this today, or I have to get this done, you know, like, within this week, but today I have this really amazing idea and I want to get this done. And I don't know, I guess it's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, you know, following my passion is never going to be, like, completely a bad thing, but putting aside responsibilities is a bad thing, and, you know, like, not getting things done is a bad thing. But I know, I find for myself, it really helps if, you know, the person commissioning me sets a timeline, like, hey, I need this by this date, can you do it? And honestly, that's the way I worked on a lot of Abdallah Smash 026's commissions. A lot of those were like, look, you have this month. Literally by the first of the next month, I need to have this. And that's fine. In fact, there were times where it was like, look, I know we're in a bit of a time crunch here, but I need this by Thursday. And, you know, and I look at my computer and it's Sunday, and I'm like, crap, I've got work, you know, or at least now I don't, but, you know, like, back then, it's like I did have, you know, work to do, or work to go to, sorry. And, you know, it was like, all right, I'll see what I can do. And I still ended up producing something that everybody seemed pretty happy with, honestly. And so, you know, I feel like that's one of those weird things. Like, maybe time motivates me more than money does itself. But wow, now I'm getting really off track. I didn't want to start talking about commission work too much, honestly. But I guess one of the biggest things I do want to talk about in this is, you know, that old saying, like money doesn't equal happiness, or whatever, or you know, like, because there are people who say, like, well, I am happy if I have money. And you know what? That's completely true. That's completely true. It is a lot easier to be happy when you're not worried about money. But at the same time, right now I find myself in the position where I have never, ever been more worried about money in my entire life. I am so concerned about how, we're gonna be able to pay off, like, bills, and not so much bills as much as like I'm concerned about being able to, get things to help build this channel and help build my future. But at the same time, I have literally never been happier. I'm so happy right now. I'm so freaking happy right now. And at the same time, I'm not in any better of a position as far as money goes. If anything, I feel like I'm in a worse position right now because I don't have a paycheck every 2 weeks now, and I don't have a consistent cash flow, mainly because of what I was talking about before, where like I need to get on a better schedule as far as commission work goes. But I'm incredibly happy. And okay, let's be honest here, a lot of that, if not most of it, okay, it's because of Pedro, all right? It's because I'm so just stupidly happy to be around him all the time. And you know what? Unfortunately, it is his fault that I am in a weird money situation. I had a job. I had, a safe place to be where I didn't have to pay too much rent. I was comfortable. I was very comfortable. And he took me away from all that. He really did. But it was more than worth it. Like I will never ever say that wasn't worth it. I'll never ever tell you that it wasn't worth dropping my comfortable life to be in part in a more stressed situation with him. But I have so many more opportunities now. I can see a brighter future for myself. I can see a brighter future for us. A lot more than I had seen for myself when I was just living at home and working fast food. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm at the end of this video now. I ranted on that too long. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like. In the comment section, tell me your thoughts about money. What does it do for you, I guess? How do you feel about it? And please subscribe if you haven't. And have a good day, guys. Bye!